Professor, can you talk about chronic fatigue? Is that a broad definition of a number of symptoms, or is it one simple disease? I mean, how do you define that?
It's not a simple disease, and it occurs in a variety of different diseases. In fact, it's the most common symptom reported by patients seeking general medical care. It's present in almost every disease and certainly every chronic illness. So by definition, it's fatigue that has lasted for 6 months or more and is not refreshed by sleep. And it's unrelenting in general, unrelenting fatigue.
Is that the only symptom, or are there other things that go along with that?
Well, there are other things that go along with it, and there are other reasons for it. We're concentrating on cellular energy because, of course, cellular energy provides the means by which you escape fatigue.
Why is chronic fatigue such a big problem?
Well, as I mentioned, it's the #1 complaint of all patients seeking general medical care. It's also a prominent symptom in a variety of different diseases. Practically every chronic disease involves fatigue. Fatigue also is present in, for example, cancer and heart disease, and some of the main diseases that strike mankind involve fatigue.
Can you describe what's happening with somebody at the cellular level that has chronic fatigue?
At the cellular level, fatigue is generally the lack of energy, cellular energy, which is primarily provided by an organelle inside the cell called the mitochondria. And we have several mitochondria inside our cells that provide high energy molecules like ATP that are necessary for every function and metabolic activity, and things that cells do in general require energy, and that energy has to be provided. And in general, it's provided by oxidative phosphorylation. So we take in oxygen, for example, and we burn carbohydrates and lipids and proteins, and we convert that into energy, and it's converted into high energy molecules, which then can drive a variety of different functions inside cells.
And so what's happening when that's not working? Why is that? What are some of the
When
things that are
when
not
people
working?
have chronic fatigue, one of the primary problems is their mitochondria are not functioning at peak levels. And this happens, by the way, during aging. So it's not necessarily a disease problem. When people age, their mitochondrial function goes down. When they have disease, their mitochondrial function goes down. If they get an infection, their mitochondrial function goes down. So it can happen in a variety of different situations. But in general, this loss of mitochondrial function promotes fatigue because you don't have the high energy molecules necessary for all the cellular functions that take place inside us.